Yo, Lldl's Afrikan Boy, spell it with a K, and you're tuned in to Media Spotlight UK. Bossa!
I'm the M.I.A. Afro grime, ironics like Kenya. I'm not a bus driver, but I ride it like Okada. If you got a bootleg CD, when I was younger, they said that was fat. I stopped learning how to swim just because of that.
This is Media Spotlight UK. I'm your host, Billz, and I'm sitting here with a guy that should really be an ambassador to a certain supermarket chain. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Afrikan Boy.
Spell it with a K, yes, brother.
What's going on?
I'm easy, man. I'm blessed.
Before we go into anything else, I have to ask, how's fatherhood treating you?
It's been a blessing. It's a blessing, man. I'm like just soaking up everything, just enjoying the time, man. The real quality time. You know what I mean? Remy sings all my songs, and I want to start putting in my records ASAP.
I'll swear down.
Hell yeah!
So you're doing like a whole father-son collab? Are we expecting like a
100%.
mixtape like with father-son thing?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Dude, it's a blessing, man. It's truly a blessing. I'm about to be blessed again real soon as well. So
another blessing on the way?
Another blessing.
What?
Is always on the way,
You're putting in work, fam.
Yeah, bro.
Because I seen like your recent video Sunshine with your son, and it's like it's a massive showcase of, you know, how you are as a father-son relationship. Like, would it be something that you would show your son years down the line, saying that that's what daddy was doing?
Yeah, man, 100%. That's why it's I value the benefit of being able to kind of, you know, I didn't make Sunshine with the view of it's a music video. I made it as a view of I wanted to kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
And have footage that's out there that makes it more easily be reachable for him to in the future look back on, and you know, even for me to look back on and say wow. But he sees himself on TV so much now that he's just gonna grow up like being able to realize that being on TV is nothing, and because he sees himself on TV, he sees me on TV every other day, so he's just like,
you know, my dad doing his work is normal.
It's just normal, you know, music videos. Yeah, it's normal. You know, he's part of that environment.
Awesome.
When the doctor smacked my bottom, I just had to see in his face. That's why I'm topless on stage every time I hit. Feeling like Tupac, African shoe. Now radio, the ghetto gon' play this.
Now you talk about real life, as opposed to some artists that, you know, want to glamorize like the high end things in life, but you know, you're embracing a lot of your, you know, Nigerian culture, if I'm correct, like African culture.
Yeah.
And you talk about it in almost in a comedic value. Like, what's made you as an artist wanted to go in that direction where it could be more easier just to talk about the things we don't have?
It's never easy for me to talk about the things I don't have because I got to sing that stuff every night.
Yeah.
Every show. Naturally, what made me and who I am in music is the fact that I chose not to. I just looked at the scene around me, which my environment, my settings there was grime, you know, pirate radio, cassette tapes, overdubbing stuff.
Yeah.
And just seeing, man, you know, everyone's got their thing. Everyone talks about this, but no one's talking about, you know, not having a shower at home and you have to use a bucket and container, and you get me, that's the real grind. So
that is a true definition of a real grind,
no one's talking about going to shop at Lldl because everyone was embarrassed back there, you know, and that was my attitude. That's what brought me out in the game. That's what defined me. And I can't change that because I just stick to what I know.
Yeah.
I don't know Gucci and Louis and all them things that I don't want to know.
Oh, you got some swag about you today then, brother.
Yeah,
You look like you got something going on, you know?
Yeah, you know, so you get me, man. Representing.
Speaking of Lldl, now I know a lot of people have asked you this already, but I've got to talk about it in a sense. You know, one day I went to Lldl. Over 10 years in the game now since you've had it released. Yeah. You know, you shoplifted in all those places, but the thing is now, it's more promoted nowadays. Like, people are going to Lldl, people are going to Asda. Like, what made you think of going like, I want to talk about Lldl, I want to talk about like Asda and all those sort of places? Why not Tesco?
Because I didn't steal from Tesco, you know.
One day I went to Lldl. I went to shoplift in Lldl. Then I got caught in Lldl. Now I don't go back to Lldl. One day I went to Asda. I went to shoplift in Asda. Then I got caught in Asda. Now I don't go back to Asda.
I mean, the song originated from an old school lyric that I used to have, which was like, it's no shame that I shop at Lldl. Buy one, get one free straight from Lldl. I know your mum shops in Lldl. Buy one, get one free straight from Lldl. And You know, because I knew, but no one would come to school holding their PE kit in a Lldl bag. You want to choose a JD bag. Do you know what I mean? It was still, now Lldl's trying to upmarket itself.
Yeah.
And it has, and everyone's going there because everyone needs their money.
Yeah, they need their money, but also times can be tough for them, bro.
Times can be tough,
Yeah.
and you know, I was just stating my reality, like, yo,
Yeah.
you know, Lldl's food was really rubbish back then as well, so I stated that reality, like, it was really rubbish, but I understood why I was eating Lldl food because of how I grew up.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
okay. Now, you toured all over Europe. As I say, you've also toured in Africa as well.
Yeah.
Now, that's a big transition, going from like a UK market and then taking, like, you know, grime to overseas in Africa, where it's like, you know, most people won't really, you know, in Africa recognize that sort of genre. Like, how did you manage to cross it over so that people could say, like, oh, wow, I'm actually kind of feeling this, you know?
When I done a show in Nigeria,
Yeah.
a couple years ago, like 1.5 years ago, 2 years ago, I went on the Beat FM and I played the ABCD, my debut album.
Yeah.
Played about 5 cuts from it, different flavors, different vibes, and I got to see what the population was feeling, because Nigerians, we get in touch, like, we want to tell you how we feel. I don't like it. I love it. Why is your Yoruba not correct? Are you from London? So you really get to see, for real, what the people are feeling. And
Yeah,
God
yeah,
bless
yeah.
Nigeria.
They don't hold back as well.
Oh, God bless
I've
Nigeria.
been
They don't hold
exposed to
back.
some Africans that they don't hold for shit, bro.
Nah, bro, you just gotta just say how it is. So, it was a funny experience performing Lldl. One day I went to Lldl in Nigeria, because I'm talking about shoplifting, where in Nigeria, first and foremost, you will lose your arm. So that was a dangerous move.
Yeah.
And then,
But you
so
did it anyway.
culturally, I did it because I believe I'm exporting my UK sound to Nigeria, and B, by virtue of me being Nigerian, I'm also broadening the Nigerian sound, the possibilities, you know, which are endless, you know, whatever Nigerian sound is. But yeah, so I just took it there, and yeah, it was cool. It was you know, well received. The show that I done was crazy. YAM, which is like Kuduru, Mumbatom, yo, everyone was jumping up and down YAM. So it was really more about the energy and the live performance. There's a lot of variety of music in Nigeria, but not a lot of it gets heard, and that's where the problem is right now, is trying to get your unique stuff heard, because there's people that have broad palettes. There's, you know, people that don't even know that they even like it, but you have to take it to them.
Your life how you see it, cause life is a gift. I'm just living in the present. Take a shot of juice so you know you can feel it. I've been drinking some of my most mixed with.
See, with the ABCD tour,
Yeah.
now obviously you got, like, you're touring all over the country. So what can fans expect as far as, like, the whole tour? What's the experience like for Afrikan Boy? What are you going to give to our fans?
I'm just gonna show you who I am, show you how I grew up, show you how I got my name, why I started making music. We're gonna interact, you know, we're gonna communicate, we're gonna make music together, and yeah, you know, we got visuals, unreleased music. We're gonna make music together. There's the album, there's previous music, so it really is an experience of who I am, and why you should watch out for me, because there's nothing like me that I've watched, that I've seen in the scene. Any scene someone will put me into. That's why I don't say don't put me into that scene, because if you watch that scene and watch my show, you're gonna know that I don't belong there. You're gonna see
It's like a completely
unique.
different flex
It's
altogether.
completely different spectrum, completely different one. So yeah, definitely you're gonna just see an experience, the Afrikan Boy experience.
Awesome. Now, I've got my interpretation of ABCD, which I thought of being Africans being creative directly. Now, what are you feeling in terms of that?
I like that. It's very different.
Yeah?
I ain't heard it. I haven't heard it still.
What is your interpretation of ABCD? Like, what's the whole vibe about it?
The vibe of the ABCD it was my first album.
Yep.
So I wanted to show you my beginnings up until where I'm at. So my concept of it was just building blocks, you know, like a child playing his building blocks. My son was born around the same time that I wrote and made the album. So I really got a chance to, just see the album as this is my start. It's my first album. I tell you how I got my name. And then there's different, like Sean Kuti, Fela Kuti's son said, in ABCD is anybody can dance, you know.
I can't dance for shit. Seriously, I can only do the robot. That's as far as I go with that. Like
anybody can dance, man.
Is there any like collaborations that you're thinking as far as future-wise? Because obviously we know more about you as an artist, but you know you worked with M.I.A. You know, are you still working with M.I.A as well? Is there any sort of talks of working together again?
I would definitely love to work with M.I.A again and again, because who wouldn't? But yeah, when the time is right, you know, when things have settled, it'll happen, man. But we're just in constant touch, you know, helping her find beats for, you know, her music and ting and things like that. So we're just working, but on a different.
Yeah, she had a recent video just out a couple of days ago for the H&M collaboration.
Yeah, we wear it. Yeah, awesome video, man. I checked that out last night. It was sick.
Yeah,
man. Go on, M.I.A. Go on, girl.
Go on the thing. And any other artists that you want to work with in the future? Like any names that we can expect of?
Everyone always asks me this question. Yo, I'm just like, I wouldn't say I'm open. I would say there's a direction that I'm going in, and artists will always, you know, it's atoms, man.
So it's more natural, like
no,
if a more natural vibe goes, then organic, it's not forced.
Yeah, it's not forced. Yeah, that's cool, man. Because I can never think of names, but there's artists that I like and I listen to their music, but working with them is a different game entirely.
I hear that. All right, well, Afrikan Boy, it's been an absolute pleasure to speak to you, brother.
Yes,
like,
bruv.
Thanks for taking the time out. Like, in nice weather, actually. Like, finally,
Indeed.
like, we're close to the summer.
Indeed.
If you could tell our audience where they can catch you on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, tell them all, my G.
Yo, everything gel off. AfrikanBoy.com. Spell it with a K, Afrikan Boy for Twitter. Spell it with a K, AfrikanBoy.com. For merchandise, tour dates, new music, videos, you know, all my social media handles. Snapchat is real Afrikan Boy. To think about that one.
No, yeah. I'm going to check his Snapchat because I recently just got on Snapchat, so I need to check what's going on.
I mean,
this is J Billz from Media Spotlight UK, sitting outside in the lovely sun with Afrikan Boy.
Yo.
And we're out of here.
Billz up.
Boss up.
Please excuse the math, but I skipped the lecture, so I killed the class. Now I be the graduate of my own class. A bottle holds liquid, air holds gas. Listen up, bro, your jeans hold another ass. And we can go anywhere you like, just ask. Hey, Kilo Sele on the pounded yam.